Anyway, today, lobotomy. I have done the, memory book. Oh, I don't have my audio. What the heck? There we go. I wish there was a way, to, make the audio, like, automatically lock on to, like, whatever game is active. I don't know if that's a thing, though. Whatever. Oh, hi, Hearts. How are you? You're good. It's a very cute wave. I like that. Summer is a better season. Honestly, I don't like any of the warm seasons. I like fall and winter. I do not like warm weather at all. It's probably because I'm just like really sensitive to like temperature differences, and for me it's like harder to like regulate that with the warmer temperatures. But yeah, I do not like spring or summer. Um, but yeah, I've done all this. I've gotten the equipment back. I've reassigned all that, so that's all good to go for today. Hertz is good today. That's good. I'm glad. Um, I've been better, you know, but today's alright so far. I actually woke up earlier today, so I've had time to like, you know, chill for a bit. But yeah, I'm good. Um, so one thing I do want to check. Okay, it looks like I have um 2 more Binah missions, I think. Is that it? Maybe 1 more. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, that's what I'll be working on today. We're just gonna have, I guess, one chill day in Lobotomy, and then we try to expand the extraction team. Because that's what the mission is. It's not like gotta get level ups like with the records team. But yeah, so I think yeah, we just gotta expand this all the most of the way. And then I don't know what the other missions are gonna be. But yeah, that's the plan. Um Yeah, before I start, I do want to mention before I forget that apparently 2 weeks ago I had a dream that was related to Lobotomy Corporation that I forgot about. And it's very short. And I'm only gonna read it because it's like specifically relates to like just like a non-existent abnormality. That, you know, maybe it exists in a mod or whatnot, I don't know, but this is what my brain came up with. So the abnormality was called Girl of 1,000 Cuts. And apparently, according to my notes that I wrote down in delirium after waking up, is that she looks like Momo. Um, like the creepypasta art piece Momo. And like the female volcano from I Lava You. Apparently. I don't know what that's supposed to mean anymore, but that's what she looked like. She only deals white damage. I guess when working with her? That's all I put. I don't know what that means, but, you know. She uses murmuring words to apply invisible cuts to anyone she sees. The cuts will suddenly open and the target will feel the pain in air hitting them. And the cuts will continue to be applied until they have lost all their skin or until they have lost their mind. And in parentheses, I put like white damage. So I assumed like if like they lose all their prudence or whatnot. I think that's what I meant. And I think so apparently when she was like out, if she escaped containment, she had sight over like an entire like section, like a hallway, and you had to like stay still or behind something so that way she didn't see you and didn't apply the cuts, I guess. A music box would play like Lethal Company when she was out, and the ending signals when she can apply the cuts to whoever she sees. So that was that was the dream. Surprisingly more coherent than I thought it was when I wrote it down, but yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry, Heart. I don't know if you've seen this game at all. This is probably very confusing to you. But it is relevant to this SCP management sim game where we have all these guys. Basically, the abnormality that I had in my dream, that was basically like one of these guys, essentially. So yeah, I guess the work damage was white. That's what I think was going on. But yeah, I don't know why that was... The only other thing I do remember is that, like, my perspective was not like the 2D game, it was like a weird 3D view. So, I don't know. Probably not, you're new here. Oh, you didn't know I stream? Well, now you do, and that's alright. I've been playing this game for a while. I moved like 100 hours into it. It's just a long game. But yeah, I've been playing this, I've been playing Rainbow and also Splatoon. But yeah, this one, yeah. it's just a management sim. But the music is really good, so I hope you at least enjoy that. But yeah, so we lost, our guys over here since There's so many sirens today. I hate this. So we lost these guys, we still have, Snow... What the heck is happening? God. Anyway, so we're just gonna get through quota, basically. Nothing, too important right now. For a little bit, I guess. Oh, today Hearts had a dream that they were back in high school, but with your age now. I've had many dreams like that. I've had dreams where I was like back in middle school and high school, but like I've had those dreams like a few different times, and I'm fairly certain that basically all those times it's like the same layout, which is not the layout of my middle or high school. It's like a really weird combination, and the bathrooms are weird. I don't know. It was strange. But yeah, I know the feel. Those are very, very weird dreams. Oops, that's the wrong. Oh my god. That was wrong. Nope. And Minon barely slept last night. I feel that, and I'm sorry. That is never fun. Cannot sleep. Either like insomnia or hypersomnia for me. It's like never in between. Tonight sleep well for Mr. Meadon. So true, yes. Hopefully tonight you can sleep better. It's a Sunday night, you know. I don't know what phase of the moon it is, but maybe it's better. Yeah, I had another dream. I think it was more interesting than that one. That was a couple days ago, but I'll like hold off on that for a second. We can, oh my god, I'm on normal time. I'm still in the mindset of last time I played this where I could not like pause at all or anything. That was crazy. But yeah, it was like a really weird, like, I want to say it's a Dracula dream, but it really wasn't. It turned into not Dracula related at all. But yeah, I've been having some weird dreams. Always, interesting. I guess I can work on Blue Star. It's fine. But yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen this before, like Hearts, yeah, this is basically the game. I'm like later in the game, as you can tell. But yeah, you just work on the guys and you don't let them get out. And if they get out, it gets bad. But not at this point. Not right now, because all my guys are like, they have good equipment and all that, so it's not too big of a deal. It's mostly just grinding at this point. And leveling up, because whatever you do, send someone to work on these guys, you do level them up a little bit. Oh, hi, Obsidian. Hope you're doing good. Hello. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, I did need to improve temperance. I forgot about this. Like, I was thinking it was gonna be like instinct, but it was not. Oh yeah, I gotta put my guys in the hallways. Or gotta lurk, but I hope you're well. Yeah, no problem. Hope that you're also good. Enjoy your lurk. Hold on, let me pause just so I can get these guys in here. Oh yeah, one thing I didn't have last time that I do now is I do have nothing there's armor and weapons, which is good because that's good against red. So that is a plus. And I got 2 of those. That was honestly, nothing there is easier to grind out than Orchestra is. Orchestra is very annoying to grind, which is why I only have like 15 PE boxes left. But yeah. So that's all the stuff I did behind the scenes off of stream. Cause I was using the button for that, so I had to like keep restarting the game. And that is not always the most fun to capture, because the last time I did that I forgot to like move back computer audio, so it was just like very quiet for a while. I think that is everybody in hallways. Which again, I'm just doing that so that way they're prepared for any reveals. Okay, yeah, we're good. It's been kind of warmer where I am today. Not today, like past couple days, I guess. Yeah. I've been keeping my blinds and all that closed though, so it hasn't been too warm and such. I'm happy about. Oh hi Reese, enjoy your lurk. Hope you're doing good on this weekend. But I say it's been warmer, but honestly, even like a few days ago, it was like really cold to the point where I actually had to turn on my heater because my building would not have the heat on because it's just warm outside usually. So that was weird. Just make sure everybody is attacking everything. Dying, which they should be fine. Like basically everyone can like solo these guys at this point, honestly. Yeah. Oh, and we have a Crimson New, which is not that bad. I'm okay with that. It's getting warmer, but the nights are pretty cold still. Yeah, I think it was it last night? It was kind of cold last night as well, but now it's like pretty warm. Kind of crazy, kind of weird. Not gonna lie. I mean, also has to put on the heater at night. Yeah, it's just a really weird time, I guess. Yeah, what else have I been doing? Other than not streaming. um, it's been a couple books I've gotten through, not as much as I was a few months ago. That was kind of crazy. I was reading a lot. Honestly, I think the main reason I stopped reading so much is because there's one series that I was reading that I was really liking. And there's like a lot of different books in it. But the library that I borrow books from, it only had like 4 or 5 of them. It doesn't have the remaining ones, so I'm just kind of like in the middle of it. Now it's getting like really interesting. I'm like, dang, well, I guess I'll have to buy them now. I want to finish the rest. I'm not sure why they don't have the other ones because they came out like a while ago. So very strange, but that's where I'm at. Oh, I did insight. No wonder why that was horrible work result. What's the series? That's not important. There's other ones I've been reading though. There's a couple other books. Some of them I think were like kind of popular on like whatever like booktube or book talk. Again, I'm like not really into all of that, but apparently there are some books I've been reading slash trying to read that are in that vein. One of them, I didn't really like that much, but I liked it enough to finish it, so, you know, that's something at least. Because meanwhile, there's one book I started that I thought I was gonna like because it was like the kind of stuff I was interested in reading anyway, and I could not make it through it. I was like, this writing sucks, oh my god. I'll actually like name them in a second. I gotta like find my history so I can refresh myself. But let me do this noon first. Yeah, okay. Oh, hello. Bye. Easy. Easy noon. Oh my god, that was so crazy. It is nice that everyone can just like duke all these guys. Honestly, I'm surprised that last time when I did the Violet Midnight that I didn't lose everybody. I am shocked about that. Oh, you thought something embarrassing I didn't want to say? Oh, the main series, yes, I'm not going to say it, at least right now. The other ones I've been mentioning, I'll bring those up. Because I can talk about those in like more detail, I guess, and be like, this is what I didn't like about it. Actually, it's not that embarrassing, but it's, you know, it's unconventional, I guess. You can leave it at that. Let me just set these guys up. Whatnot. Okay. Where's my list? My Libby account, my love. Oh yeah, so one that I just was able to borrow is The River Has Roots. That came out very recently. I'm surprised that I got that as quickly as I did. I thought it was gonna take like way longer. I'm excited to read that because I've heard really good things about that. It's apparently very good. Okay, where's my list? Okay. So, this one I've definitely seen referred to as a TikTok, not TikTok, God, book talk, book, whatever the lingo is nowadays. I wouldn't know. I've never had TikTok. So this one is The Crow Prince, and it's fantasy, yeah. It's also yeah. It's young adult, definitely young adult. I'm gonna say it's a very hard young adult book. I thought the writing was fine. I wasn't like super invested into it, but I see why people like it a lot. It's not for me exactly, but I thought it was alright. I thought it was okay. I don't even know what bothered me about it. Because there's like, you know, there's like young adult and middle grade books I can read. I'm like, oh yeah, it's still pretty good. But this one, it wasn't exactly like, I guess it's just not for me. That's what I can say to be definitive about it. I don't know. I guess I thought it was gonna be more interesting than what it was. Maybe. Because the entire point of the book, right, is that the main character and her sister, they're both like in fairy, which is like the fairy realm or whatever, and they were brought there when they were like very young, so they grew up. No, she had two sisters. I keep forgetting that. He didn't really do a lot with her other sister, at least in this book. That's kind of crazy. But you see, I thought there was gonna be like more stuff going on, and there was like a bit like later on I thought was pretty interesting, but it wasn't, I don't know. It didn't captivate me, I guess, a lot. I don't know, it was alright. Whatever, I'll stop talking about it now. I think I did start making, which I should probably actually continue writing, is this like a document where I talk about the books that I've read. Not like talk about, but just like notes on like what I liked and didn't like. So I should be working on that for stuff like this, but I just didn't yet. I don't remember how far behind I am. Taking notes. Well, maybe you don't want to take notes on this one. The next one I will, you might want to, because this one actually upsets me a little bit. But again, I didn't finish it, so you know, can I really say much about it? I don't know. Okay. Actually, this one I brought before then. That's crazy. Alright. This one was called An Academy for Liars. And this supposed to be like a dark academia like book. And so for those who don't know, because that's a very much a very heavily genre specific term, it's like college or whatever, but there's like magic and there's like, well, usually there's like magic involved, and there's also like like secret societies and whatever. there's like, it's basically like college in real life, but it's more fantasized. Like there's like just like dark stuff going on in the background, like I don't know, people dying. Okay, me not seeing the term, that's good. Yeah, I mean, if you've read books like in the fantasy genre, you've probably seen it before, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, so you know, I picked it up because I was like, oh, okay, I like dark academia kind of esque stuff, you know, I might like this. No, no, I could not. When did I stop reading it? I don't remember when I stopped. It wasn't very far. It was like maybe like 30% of the way in. It it felt very paint by numbers. Like, I'm just gonna spoil what I've read so far. Basically, the main character is a woman. She was engaged to her boyfriend. They're both kind of young, I think. Like early 20s, I believe. And so she's like at her wedding or party or something like that. And then she's like, oh my god. There's like, I'm feeling something different. And she walks in on her and like her friend. Sorry, no, she walks in on her friend and her like fiance, like, you know, doing things. And he's like, oh my god, he's cheating. I knew it. And so she's obviously very upset about this. And, you know, that the book makes it very clear that, you know, she's not very independent. You know, she's been pretty non-independent, kind of tied to her boyfriend or whatever, so she doesn't really know what to do. He's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna do something really bad to myself. So she steals his car and she's like starts driving to this place, and then she finds a phone booth and it begins to ring. She's like, okay, I guess I'll just pick it up. And then on the voice is like, okay, you've been accepted to the school. Please drive to like, well, yeah, please drive to your like your interview process or something. And it's like 7 hours away, and she's like, okay, I guess I'll do that. So she drives the entire time to the place or whatever. And you know, there's the weird magic interview process or whatever, you know. You'll know it if you've read or watched anything kind of in that genre. She gets in, there's like classes and stuff. Her advisor's hot or whatever, but he's like 10 years older than her. Anyway, I stopped it because like just the way it was written, it just felt like things were happening. Like it didn't really, like it felt like, oh, we're doing this and then this and then this. Just very like paint by numbers sort of plot deal, I guess. That's what I mean by it. Like there's just things happening, the check boxes, like, oh, there's a school. She's a special, she has the magic powers for the special school. And also just the writing, it was like it kind of bothered me because it was written in past tense, I think it was third person past tense, but like there was like so many times in like the writing where it'd be like, oh, she would later find out that this person was actually this. And I don't know why, but seeing that kind of style so many times just like really bothered me. I do not like it. I'll read some examples. No, I won't, but I'll like look through what I have. Hey, this is a good abnormality, I will choose this. Okay, this is level 3, so one more for level 4. Like, I legitimately took screenshots of this book's writing because it frustrated me so much. Where is it? But yeah, I guess like there was like mentions of like, you know, the typical Dark Academia stuff. Oh, there's like stuff underneath the surface or whatever. There's like bad stuff. There's bad stuff going on, but like I wasn't like that invested in it. At least not at the point where I stopped. Oh, I'm glad you're absorbed. Thank you. I'm glad that this is not just like incoherent babbling. That's what it feels like for me. Okay, yeah, I like this abnormality a lot. This one is very nice. I can use it actually, I think. Just do that. Do all this. There we go. Okay. Do I have an example of what I was talking about before? Oh, yeah, okay, so I guess I'll read an excerpt because that's the best example I can think of. So the main character's name is Lennon, right? So, here we go. Lennon and her classmates gathered in the far corner of the courtyard around a rickety bistro table that was far too small to accommodate a lot of them. Ian sat next to Lennon, and beside them was a feeble girl with a crucifix around her neck who, halfway through their meditation, had begun to cry and was still wiping her swollen eyes by the time their coffee arrived. Her name, Lennon learned, was Nadine, and she was slight with slick back hair, yada yada yada. Like, I don't know why, but like that little bit Lennon learned, and like there's just more stuff like that. I was like, I don't know, that just bothers me. I I don't like reading stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe I would if there were like, I don't know, the writing as a whole was different. I'm not sure. Yeah, got here. Oh god, Hearts is invested too. I feel so it's getting rushed through, maybe. You know, that makes sense, yeah. It feels like it's like rushing a little bit. Oh, that was the other— okay, thank you for saying that, because that reminds me, the main issue I think that I put in my document when I wrote about this, I was like, it feels like a first draft that where like you're like trying to like, you know, write all the background information and like all that kind of like lore and info that like you want to include that you keep for yourself, but like you would like, you know, if you write a second draft you would like edit all that out because it's like apparent to the reader. That's, I think, yeah, that's how I described it. It feels like a first draft where it's like overly explaining things, but also it's like not fleshing them out enough. Yeah, God, there's another part, that I screenshotted, and basically, it talks about the character getting to a class, right? And it says there are 11 students in total, sitting across like a blah blah blah. And then, like, 2 paragraphs later, it says Ian raised his hand, and he says something. Now, this is a problem because before it mentioned Ian raising his hand, it did not talk about Ian being in the classroom. So I had to like go back. I was like, did I miss something? It did, because it feels, because like, you know, like the character knows Ian, right? At this point, she knows him. So I feel like if she knew him, she'd be like, oh yeah, I saw Ian in the corner. Like that's just a weird logic issue that like you need to mention that so that we're aware of what's happening in the book. Have anything else? No, I don't think I do. I think that's all I screenshotted. Yeah, I was just done with it. I was like, no, I'm good. I mean, I think the magic system probably was interesting. I think it dealt with like compulsion magic or something. And that was like the main idea, is that you kind of compulse people to do things, the world to do things. That's how telekinesis works or whatever. So I think that's interesting, but I don't think it made it intriguing enough in the first 80 pages that I read. But yeah, no, I was like, no, no, thanks. But yeah, I was very frustrated reading that. That's why I stopped. I will say though, it's definitely easier to stop reading books when you borrow them from the library as compared to like if you buy them. Because like if you buy them, you know, you're kind of committed to it at that point. Like, oh god, I spent like $20 on this, I had to finish it. Yeah, that's like why I try to like at least read like the first chapter to decide if I want to like read something. Especially if I'm buying it. Like if I buy something, I want to make sure I'm gonna like it. But unfortunately, sometimes you can't tell in the first chapter if you're gonna like a book. Sometimes it starts interesting, but then it goes on and it's not actually interesting. Or just not something that you like. But it's not as much of an issue if you're borrowing it from the library because you can just return it if you don't like it. Yeah, definitely do research before buying books. But again, like, you know, even like books like that, I mean, like, I thought I was gonna like it. I thought, I like the genre and stuff. And apparently the author wrote some other books that were pretty good, so, you know, maybe I'll check those out. But, yeah. Definitely, try to make sure you know what you're getting into. Because nowadays, like, if you're buying a book, I feel like they've just gotten more expensive than what they used to be. Like, I don't know how it is in other countries, but at least in America, like, they're pretty expensive. Like, even paperbacks are like, I don't know, like $17 to $20, which I think is kind of crazy. Then you have hardbacks which are like $30, and it's like, what? What do you mean? That's just a lot of money. Which I get if you like the book, you know, if you like the book a lot, that, you know, you want to reread it, it makes sense. But if you don't like it that much, I'm like, you know, it doesn't really feel as worthwhile, I guess. Like, even though, you know, you want people to get paid for like their stuff, but still, that's just a lot of money. Which is why libraries are so cool, because I think the authors and stuff still get paid when you check out the books, but it's not as cost prohibitive as it can be. Yeah, all my guys are out in the hallways now. Oh god, yeah, hardbacks. Like, I swear hardbacks used to be like the price that like paperbacks are now, but they got like way more expensive. Like, I think hardbacks have always been expensive for like some certain like genres, or like depending on what you're getting. But yeah. But what really sucks is that sometimes new books will come out and they will only have hardbacks available. Like, there's like no paperbacks for like 2 or 3 months or something like that. Yeah, I'm definitely now more so in the mindset that like I'm only gonna like buy books that I like really like. Otherwise, you know, I don't have the space for it. I don't have the money for it. Especially now that, I'm reading stuff that isn't like $10 middle grade books. Or even young adult books. Like, I think some young adult books now are expensive, but they used to be like cheaper. I don't know, maybe I just got stuff on sale a lot. I don't remember. It's been a while. I don't know. What else did I read? What else? Oh, one thing I'm reading right now is like a short story collection. I think it came out recently. It's Salt Slow by, I should be saying the authors of these. Julia Armfield. And yeah, so I picked it up because, you know, it's fiction, it's fantasy, kind of in that vein, but it's definitely more of like, you know, short story style where like the vibes are more compact, I guess. That's a way you can say it, maybe. I really like the writing style of it. I like the writing a lot. It's very eloquent. I think it's written very well. And I'm not done with it. I think I have a couple stories left. It's not very long. It's only like 150 pages in it, and like maybe 9 short stories, something like that. But yeah, I like a few of them. Others, I don't like as much. I think probably just because of the topics, I'm not really finding that interesting. But I think it's pretty alright. Again, if anything, I think it is worth it because I do like the writing a lot. I keep turning my phone off, which I don't want to do because I want to keep referring to it. This is now my book review session. Oh no, not a bad work result. Okay, what do I got? Yeah, I'm glad you like the book corner thing. I was concerned about when I started. I was like, okay, do I want to be rambling nigh incoherently about the stuff I've been reading? But at the very least, it's something to like talk about. So it's not just like awkward silence where I'm like, oh my god, where are my guys? Are my guys dying? That's at least something. You don't just be reading mostly game articles lately. Sometimes you'll read a little bit from Knight's Master by Tanith Lee. Ooh, hold on, I want to look this up. I haven't looked at game articles in a very long time. I used to, though. I'd imagine the writing is probably better now. Oh, it's a fantasy novel. 1978. Cool. That's really cool. I've been wanting to read more like older-ish fantasy books, especially after the other stuff I've been trying to read that's like more recent. But yeah, that's cool. It looks very cool. It's very fairy tale-like. Ooh, I do like fairy tale styled stuff. Even if it's like a little bit, I feel like that's probably fine because, you know, you can't always dedicate like so much time to reading like an entire monolith of like a book at once or like even over like a week or so. Sometimes it's just a lot and you're busy and stuff. And honestly, I kind of feel that with Salt Slow, this story collection, like you could just pick it up and like read a story or two. And I guess you could also do that with like online or physical literary magazines. Because a lot of them do like publish like short stories online that you can just check out and they usually aren't that much of a commitment. I'm sure there's like, you know, full-on books that are still, you know, you can like pick it up and down and it's not that much of an issue. Meanwhile, there are like some other books that like demands a lot of attention that like you don't want to put down for too long or else you're gonna pick it up and be like, what the heck is happening? But, you know, sometimes you can still do that because it's just like a vibe, and that's also very cool. Sometimes you just pick stuff up for like the writing style or the vibes, which is fun. Crimson Noon again. Okay. Maybe you'll pick up Lord of the Rings from where you left it forever ago. I've been thinking about reading Lord of the Rings again. I've been thinking the same. I think I finished it last time I read it, but it was years ago, so I don't remember it very much. I've been thinking about it because I've been reading like, you know, more fantasy stuff. I'm like, oh god, I should check that out again because that was a good example of fantasy that I enjoy. But let me lead into that, lead from that, whatever the grammar is. I don't know. I'll go into the next book, the booketh. Is there a slang? No, there's like no funny slang term for that. I'm sorry, I tried. You got pretty far, but you got so busy with school and probably cut out the reading there already. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, no, if you have like classes that expect you to read stuff, like you can not read anything else. Like I'm in a computer history class right now, and we've had to we've had to read like there's like two main books that are like really interesting because again it's like a topic that I like. But I think this past week we had to read like 4 chapters, and I was like, what? What do you mean? That's like 150 pages. But honestly, that's not as bad as when I took it was a George Eliot class. We read a couple of George Eliot books, and oh my god, we had to read like 200 pages a week or something for that. It was crazy. 200 pages with George Eliot. It was insane. Yes, the booka. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that again. And yeah, like that, it was a lot, like... I think... What were the books I read? The second one I read was Daniel Deronda. And the first was... Hold on. Middlemarch, that was it, yeah. And you know what? I actually liked the books. I liked reading them. I just thought it was a lot of reading per week. So that by the end of it, I was like just completely burned out. That was the time I could not read anything else. So, my entire life was George Eliot when I took that class. That was with other classes, so that was kind of crazy. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Okay, so this book, I have very complicated feelings on. This was, when did I read it? What do you mean? I finished it 2 weeks ago. That feels like a month ago. Okay, apparently I read it between March 10th and 14th. I did not think it was that short of a duration and that short of a time ago, but I guess it was. Anyway, it was Uprooted by Naomi Novik, something like that. When did this come out? 2015, apparently. 10 years ago, I guess. But I read it, and I do have complicated feelings on it. Where is the harmony of skin? Oh, here, hello. Actually, wait, no, I don't want everybody going there. Well, I gotta take care of the harmony of skin before I talk about this book. Where are the silly clowns? Okay, they're gone. Okay, so this book, I really liked the writing style of it. Like, it's definitely like high fantasy. So it's completely in a fantasy world. And I really enjoyed the world and the environment and the magic system and all that. I really liked all that a lot. I thought it was very good. I also liked the characters a lot. I thought they were all like very well defined and there was a lot going on with them, which I thought was very cool. And here's the thing, right? So I think at about 40% of the way, it goes more into like I guess like world politics and stuff, but just like a little bit. And I don't mind that stuff. I think it's interesting. I'm just not sure. Like, I wasn't as invested in that part. And I'm not exactly sure if it suited the main character to be in that kind of environment, if that makes any sense. Like, I guess it I don't want to spoil anything, in case anyone wants to read it, but, like, I guess it kind of it kind of contributed to her character a little bit, but I just really, I don't know, I wasn't as invested in that part. I don't know. But, like, I almost wish that the story itself was less about that part and more about like the world itself, because I was very much invested in the world building and like all the stuff going on, and then it kind of became less about that and I wasn't as into it. Oh, what book? It is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but yeah, that's the book. But yeah, again, I love the writing style, I love the world building, I love the characters. I just wish the story was about something else. And then like the main plot. Which it's just hard to say because overall I do feel like the plot and like the story beats do make a lot of sense, and I like how it's all like interwoven with each other, and like, you know, stuff that starts out earlier on gets brought up later. I think just the overall rhythm of it makes sense, but I don't know. I wish the middle 40% was other stuff, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed reading it a lot. Like, I mean, I read it in like 3 days or something like that, and it's a 150 or 60k thousand words, something like that. I think I would recommend it just to like check it out. It is again like high fantasy. It's that kind of style. I do think it's a very well written. But yeah, it didn't exactly hit all the marks for me in particular, but maybe you'll like it more than I do. I don't know. You know, I might check if there's like fan fiction of it, which sounds insane, but I do legitimately like the world and the characters, and I kind of want to see if people have done different stuff with it and if I still like it. I don't think the middle part is bad. I wasn't as invested in it, and so it makes me really wonder, like, if there could have been other stuff going on. Like, again, I was like completely down for like the main character as I prepared them to, like, you know, go and do stuff together. But what they did is they like separated the main characters, which, again, I mean, it makes sense to an extent if that's what you're trying to do with them. You want to make them like grow separately or whatever. But like, I just really enjoyed seeing them all together, and it would have been cool to see them working together more. I don't know. And I mean, like, two of them, like, they were kind of together, in the same area, but it didn't, they could have done more with one of them, which is really sad because I really liked her a lot. And I thought she was very cool, but I think she was a bit underutilized. But yeah. I think it's important to read stuff even if it's not good. That is true, yeah. I mean, to an extent, like, would I recommend reading An Academy for Liars? No. Unless you want to study a book that seems like it was written for a market and not edited. But, you know, I mean, reading stuff, you know, that, you know, mixed feelings about, just to, you think has flaws. I mean, yeah, definitely. There's definitely, value in that. Because, again, I did enjoy the book a lot. I think it's very well written, I think it's very good, but, you know, just have some stuff I didn't like as much about it. Now, would I recommend The Cruel Prince? I don't know. Again, it's young adult. It definitely was not for me. And I think for people looking for like high fantasy stuff, I don't think I would recommend it for that, but you know, it's readable. It's okay. There's a coherent plot to it. It's interesting enough. I don't know. Make what you will of it. Have I read anything else? No. No, I think that was it. That's all. And that was within the last, like, two months? 1 month? Something like that. But yeah, those were my book adventures. More to come, maybe. Whenever my library loans, get tossed over to me. Or when my holds get tossed over to me. Sorry, I gotta use the right terminology. I don't want the train. Why does it want me to get the train? Okay, so I think this is finally the mission. Which, honestly, it's like barely a mission, you just gotta progress. So I guess there's, this other day. I gotta find more things to talk about that are not just books, apparently. I'm out of books now. All gone. Oh, actually, that's a lie. That's a lie. I'm not out of books yet. I have more books. Yes, more books. You cannot escape the books. They are eternal and forever. Everything. Okay, so I guess we're back on Dark Academia. So this one is... Why does everyone have names I can't pronounce? This is awful. So I'm in the process of reading Ninth House by Lee Bardugo? Something like that. That's also Dark Academia. And I I think it's better written than an Academy for Liars. So that's a positive. But again, I'm like not super into it. Like not super into it. Like I like it well enough, but I think in the same way I was reading The Cruel Prince, where I'm like, I can get into it, but I'm not like super invested, I guess. So that's why I'm still working through it. And I think I actually checked it out at my library like a while ago, but I ended up not finishing it. I don't remember where I stopped, but I think it's probably like a few chapters in. But I did get past that point, so I read further this time. But yeah, this one is more, you know, urban fantasy. Actually, definitely urban fantasy. Dark academia stuff. And I think the world building is very cool. Again, it's very cool. Not themes. I guess the topics that are coming up are interesting, and that does keep me engaged. But I don't know. I don't know why I'm not super into it. Because it's basically like a murder mystery, right? Then it becomes like a double murder mystery. So maybe that's it. Maybe I'm not into murder mysteries that much. I don't know. But I mean, it does touch around like the magical elements in the world building, but I don't know. I kind of want a little bit more of it. Maybe that's my problem. I need more world building, but not world building. Maybe more plots involving the world building. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not done with it yet, so who knows? Who knows what I will think here. While Midon enjoys a bit of a murder mystery, well, maybe you will enjoy it. Yeah, ninth house. It is cool. It is what we're in. So, you know what? I'd recommend it. You could try it out and see if you like it. Oh, Holly Oliver, how are you doing on this day? I'm gonna have to type it out. Oh god, I'm sorry. Hold on, I got you. There you go. Yeah, sorry, sometimes I cannot talk very well. But that's alright, just let me know and I'll type it out. Mythosis, you know what? That's close enough. Yeah. Yep, that's what it is. Oliver doing great. You're in this really goofy Minecraft server with 12 of your friends. Oh, that sounds very fun. It's like a bunch of people. That's cool. I've never had that many people in a Minecraft server. Sounds very exciting. I am alright. I've been talking about the books I've been reading like the past hour. But I also have a dream I could talk about whenever I run out of steam on that end. Yeah, I've been alright. Not super happy with the warming temperatures, but it is what it is. Oh shoot, I forgot to move everybody. Whoops. I only got some people into the hallways. That's my bad. Oh, let me have green noon next. Okay, I think that's everything. Whoops. Get him, guys. Actually, screw it. You guys can go there. They got it. Oh, funny man scared of books. That's not good. Books are very cool. And you know, sometimes with books, you gotta get on the accessibility features. Because, you know, not all books are made in readable typefaces or font sizes or all that. Which is what ebooks and like Kindles and, you know, e-readers, those are really good for that because you can usually customize more of the reading for that degree. And there's also audiobooks, which people like. Fantasy with Murder Mysteries, I think of Gideon the Ninth. It's probably another fantasy book. Again, I should really check out older fantasy books. Oh, that's 2019 actually. Oh, wait a minute. Is horror as well? Fantasy, science fiction, and horror, and necromancy. Okay, yeah, that's definitely going on my list. Yeah, that sounds really cool. I think I'll dig that. And me don't liked it, so that's promising. I mean, you're like Yumi Neko. I mean, and you know, that's peak fiction, so. Which I still need to read that, actually. I think I got, Higurashi, Chapter 1. And I haven't started that yet, but I probably should, because those games are pretty long. I want to read that eventually. If you think about D&D, that is true, yeah, D&D does have a lot of that stuff in it. I never played D&D, because I never had people to play it with. But from what I know about it, from what I've seen people talk about it, it does seem like it's in that vein. Very much so. You saw me with this game in Yumi Neko, you know? I've also seen a couple Yumi Neko memes on Tumblr today, like this morning, and I don't know where they came from. I don't know who I follow that it would, or what I follow that it would show up, but you know, nothing with spoilers, thankfully, but I was like, huh, that's interesting. It's a sign, I guess. It really wants me to check it out. Yeah, I've been on a bit of a visual novel excursion kick. I did just check out Slay the Princess last week. And I think I've done like one complete run of that so far, and I really enjoyed that game a lot. That was really good. And I need to keep playing it for the other stuff I haven't seen yet. Yumi Neko has been propping off lately since the writer has been working on Silent Hill. Oh. Oh, is that like the new Silent Hill game that like got announced, or just like in general? Because that's interesting. That's really interesting. That's cool. There's a local youth center where they play D&D every Friday. Never went to it, but it sounds fun. Oh yeah. Yeah, youth centers and libraries, I think they a lot of them do have like D&D groups, which I think is very good. The libraries near me never had it, but I've heard about people who've had it, or like at like their school clubs or something like that. He's working on Silent Hill F. That's crazy. That's not a coincidence, but that is an interesting connection there. That's cool. I should move my people around. Amira also likes Slay the Princess. That is good. That's no criticism, but overall very good. Yeah, I haven't seen everything yet, so I don't want to say anything too soon, but I really like the vibe overall. I really like the metafiction aspect, but specifically because like it forms its narrative around it being metafiction. Because, you know, sometimes when you have games that are like meta, sometimes it goes like a bit over the top in that angle. It's like, haha, we know we are a video game. But it kind of runs with that idea, which I do appreciate. I like that. Metafiction, just like a Yumi Neko. Exactly. Time is a circle. There's everybody in the hallways now, finally. Yes, okay, cool. But yeah, I mean, I like the cosmic horror and the metafiction, and I think that's why I like it a lot. I also think it's really, I'm gonna say yeah, I'll say impressive. They did a boss fight in Renpai in a visual novel, like traditional visual novel style, which I think is really funny. And it works. I like that a lot. Not to spoil anything, but I think that's cool. Yeah, I need to, I haven't unlocked nearly as much as, you know, I thought I did, because there's like a lot of different like routes in that game. A lot of different stuff going on. I need to like check out. But I think I originally saw someone like play a little bit of it. Like maybe the first like 20 minutes or so. And then I stopped because I was like, oh no, I want to play this myself. And I finally got around to it after like a year or something crazy like that. Key. Oh, but yeah, I was saying that because, you know, when I first saw someone playing the game, I was like, oh, so this is gonna, like, you know, be in, like, a really complex engine, probably, right? Then I actually opened it up, I'm like, oh my god, it's Ren'Py, what the heck? And I know you can do cool stuff in Ren'Py, but I just think it's really funny whenever I see that. I think it's really cool. It makes me want to, like, do something in Ren'Py, because I think it's a very user-friendly and definitely a versatile engine. You can do a lot in there. Actually, you know, I should be checking this way. This is the easiest way to check out people's healths. Pretty impressive that they did it in Renpai. You only dabbled in it. Yeah, from what I know about it, like, you know, from all the Renpai games I've seen, like, they definitely put like extra work into it. It makes it really cool. And I know the game, again, the game engine makes it really easy to add on like additions or what plugin, the custom scripting and stuff, but it's still really cool to see. Very neat. I gotta actually assign people to these jobs now. They aren't doing enough. I think this is like the only noon that gives me a bit of an issue. Which is weird because this was like the only midnight that hasn't given me an issue. The green ones. Okay, Central Command is fine. Oh. You guys all do it. Oh, they're getting there. Oh, this guy came from an extraction. That's crazy. Okay, well, it looks like everybody is mostly okay. Yeah, they're all good. Some clerks have died, but that's okay. Clerks are allowed to die. Oh, dang, and the OG needed to step out before they were just with Spider-Bud and they did an entire ordeal without them. It's crazy. Okay, back to the grind. Anyway, yeah, so the princess is cool. What else did I have? I had a couple other visual novels that I downloaded. Oh, you know what's really cool? I love when... 'cause so many games work on Linux now, and it's so nice. Like, sometimes you do have to, like, add in, go to the properties and, like, do the Proton hotfix or something like that. But once you do that, it just kind of works. And it's really nice. I love that. Like, I even downloaded The Sims, and that was working on Linux. And I was like, dang. Beautiful. Amazing. I can make ugly creatures. Steam Deck really has done wonders. Like, I'm so great. Like, I've never owned it. I'm so grateful that it exists. It's made everyone more friendly to Linux, which is excellent. And actually, speaking of what was it? The Ana game that just came out, which I'm probably gonna play that on my own. Probably not gonna stream it because everyone's kind of playing that right now. But that game is directly it just works on Mac and Ubuntu / Linux, and it's like, wow, I love when games are native to to all of the PCs, the computers, the silly computers. It's very nice. Oh my god, you're only on one clip off? That's so evil. I won't talk too much about it because I already talked about the Steam Deck before and like Linux in Brain World I think a few weeks ago, but honestly, excellent. Excellent creation. I think that is all the books slash games slash visual novels. Kind of. Yeah. So I guess this concludes the book session for real this time. No more books. Books are evil. Books are dead. Oh, okay, I guess I could talk about the Dracula tree. I have to drink water first. I've been talking a lot. I've been rambling about things for too long. Okay, I think I'm hydrated enough now. Just kidding, no I'm not. I gotta drink more. I can never be too hydrated. Visual novel you're reading is called Heaven is Mine. A bit difficult to follow, but the sci-fi thing about transness, homophobia, and lesbianism. I like it, but the Midwest Gothic vibes from the previous VN, we know the devil was more your speed. I feel like I've heard of that before. Like I know I've watched some like video essays about some like weird like visual novels like that. This is not it. Google, what the heck? Oh, heaven will be mine. Oh, okay, that makes sense. No problem. Oh, it's Mecca. Perfect. Okay, yeah, I don't think I've heard of this one. The visuals look familiar. Maybe I like saw it in a Steam like list somewhere. Maybe. I don't know, but it looks really cool. But yeah, I see definitely more sci-fi. Hold on. We know the devil. Oh, that has a drawn art style, black and white. That's cool. Looks really cool. Yeah, I might check those out. Those look really neat. I probably should have checked out more visual novels on the Steam sale. I didn't really get anything, which is probably a mistake. But those prices, you know, they're cheaper than books, and often visual novels last longer than books, so you know, can't even be mad about that. They're pretty short and cheap, so interesting. You can recommend them. Okay, yeah, those seem really interesting. I will probably add those to my wish list, so I remember to go back and check them out. Because sometimes I'll like look at games and then I forget about them because I don't add them to my wish list. Which is bad because then I'll like stumble upon them like months later. I'm like, oh yeah, I wanted to get this at some point, but then I forgot about it. But yeah, those definitely seem really cool. And the game wants me to do Crimson Dusk, which I think I've done before, but I forgot. I don't think it was hard though. I think it was basically just like... Oh, was it the Rolling Guys? I think it was the... No, that was... Was it? I think it was the Rolling Guys. No, maybe that was Green. Maybe I haven't done Crimson Dusk. But it will be today. I also know that I need to be drinking water because I know Binah is gonna say things and I'm gonna have to voice act for her. And I don't want to be out of breath for that. Okay, we should be good. Some level ups. I've been neglecting some of my guys, but that's fine. Oh, speaking of guys, Tomodachi Life. What if I put these sillies in the new Tomodachi game? That would be so funny. Haha. Ooh. Real new thing? I think I've read this. Yes, I have. The silly Tomodachi games, yes. They just announced a new one. After 9 years? 10 years? Something like that. Anyway, I gotta read now. Who says erstwhile? Who says this? No one says this. Erstwhile, the world in which you stayed was once luminous. There was the sun and the moon, and also the clouds and winds that floated around them. It was a world of light, so to speak. A world of light? Smash Brothers? But you couldn't stay there. You were robbed of innumerable things. You lived with a broken heart, clinging to the void where pieces of your heart used to be. No one could understand your pain, nor embrace you. Eternal loss dominated you. I was one of the thieves who robbed you of countless things. While I was at the top of the world, I watched you look down on your struggle. Not just you. I have seen many others that struggled. Those attempts were no less futile than an insect writhing. All I had to do was simply stomp on them a couple times. But among them, there were some who would grit their teeth and climb up, dragging their bodies. It seemed that this was going to be another fun little trip, so I would drink a cup of tea before leaving with light steps. But as you can see, an unexpected encounter with a red mist got the best of me. Hoo-hoo. And then you inflicted as much suffering upon me as I did to you, did you not? You were familiar with how to break their mind without utilizing torture or violence. After everything was done, you gathered up every little bit of what was left of my humanity, and you threw them into this pit until even my spirit soured and rotted. Maybe you told yourself that I deserved worse than that. Therefore, you were an upholder of justice who has defeated the evil, no? Then I must ask, why is that grand and righteous upholder standing here making himself out as a prisoner like I? And what happened with the coward, the one who with the fear averted his gaze from my dying one? Why is he down here, suffering the same punishment as I? See, there cannot be a sight more satisfying than this for me. Is this all that idealism of hers came to be? You've dragged down your heroine with your own hands. You truly believe that your duty completes itself just for shedding tears at the funeral of the innocent? Will you never even let their bodies rest in peace? Ironically, they found a hope in all this misery. The raw material of the bucket. The path to the river of all. Out of her you made the bucket, and you started to send it down into the wells of the people. The bucket rises from the well of a person, filled with the water that can only be drawn by that person. An ancient fount that has been flowing at the bottom even before the birth of the world. Now it simply is drawn, regardless of the consent of the person. When the bucket that holds the faded ideal of hers comes into contact with the ego of another person, a certain change occurs. I understand this is a metaphor. It's still this is a lot of words. Very interesting. Also, hello Ninjabot. Do you not like emos? That's very unfortunate. I think I know the bucket. Ask her about the change. Because I think the bucket is Angela. Yes, probably. Maybe it's difficult to understand only by listening. How about this? I could show you one of her miracles. It's taxing, but for you, I'll gladly do it. The people selected long ago are waiting their turns. I bring them here according to the register. Let me introduce one to you. This one is nameless. He has nothing left, for he has abandoned all that he is a long time ago. For him, things like the remnants of the past or the pain of the present don't matter. He only stares into the future. Did you dream well? Yes, you'll finally dream for as long as you want. One that you will never wake up from. The employees will inject him with cogito soon. What river flows in you? What world lies in you? There are as many worlds as there are people. Discovering them is rather fun. Just... no. Geek. Gygus. No one must see this. Oh my god, it's an evil face. Very evil, emo face. That is why they adjust the level of cogito according to my orders, keeping their eyes and ears covered. Nobody should make direct eye contact with a Drawn. I can never dare to look away from him, or to close my eyes, no matter how unbearable it may be. In the eyes of the Drawn, there are the abysses that only I can endure, and there are the things that shouldn't exist in this world. This is the punishment that you've obligated me to endure. A normal person would have gone mad thousands of times over if they had to put up with this. Binah is scared, but also attracted. You do be kind of insane. Thanks to you, I cannot even be graced with insanity or lose my mind. All I can do is capture all of it into my eyes. Gygus. That's what Gur is. You're just saying Gygus. Now, we wait. Will it rise anew? Or is it destined to be stuck in this pillar and spend an eternity with me down in this place? We just need a little more time to find out. Now, do you finally realize what all these pillars contain? Well, consider yourself lucky today. At times, when the level of cogito is adjusted inadequately, some things that shouldn't exist come up as fragments. How funny that I say this, but they're like an adverse reaction that has its price for doing something unspeakable to a human being. The bucket can rise with some impurities mixed in, what we usually draw, such as the abyss within humanity, the subconscious, and all kinds of possibilities. From the past, from the present, even from the future, all kinds of beings that have existed and will exist in this world. Even though they're outside our dominion, there's nothing we could do to govern them. They float around aimlessly, resonating with the abnormalities and manifesting themselves in front of us when the moment comes. They are what you call the ordeals. Thankfully, they react to the clip-off deterrents, so we can put them to sleep about the abnormalities. That's all we're able to do. Yes, as you have learned, extracting abnormalities is my job. But creating them is Carmen's, whom he buried a long time ago. She is the mother of all abnormalities that have existed in this facility, and of all that will emerge in the future. Tell me, how do you feel now that you know that those abnormalities that you face above are part of these pillars? It's an agonizing sight to confront, but it doesn't matter to you, not at all. Or am I wrong? After all, erasing your memories and running away from them as if nothing has happened isn't your age-old specialty. Okay. Complete the day with every abnormality currently within the facility? does this mean? As you are aware, abnormalities and ordeals are things that derive from the human mind and take physical form. That makes them possess the possibilities of the past, the present, or even the future. They are mysterious and as such are unstable beings. However, we humans have never stopped digging at the truth. This desire to understand it is not limited to abnormalities, means you know that you understand everything. But what does the goal mean? What does it mean, Binah? Actually, the title did say abnormality dissolution, didn't it? Maybe it just means everything needs to be at 100%, which I should have already, minus the new one, which I don't even get yet because everything's maxed out. Oh, here we go. Yeah, complete the day with every abnormality currently within the facility at maximum observation level. Yeah, we got that basically. The only... Is this a gift? Sorry about that. I had to actually mute because the cars outside are just too loud today. No idea what they're doing. That's crazy. But okay. So Devona got, this ego gift. Which is cool. That is nice. One thing I should check. When is the next memory repo day? Because I'm pretty sure day 45 plus is special, and I might want to get these missions done before then. Do I have it written down here? So, I think it should be every like 6 days, so... Wait, 36... 37, 38, 39, 44, so every 5 days, so it should be day 46. So I should be good, actually. But yeah, I think everything has 100% dissolution. So I guess this is just another day where you have to kind of go through it. Just, do all this just in case we get a spicy ordeal. Everyone's mostly leveled. Can people just stop driving loud cars, please? It's so annoying. Okay. I think that's everything, yeah. Yeah, we already got the mission. Easy. Very easy. It probably would be that easy if I hadn't reset that time ago, but whatever. We take these wins. I've already suffered enough. And I guess I can also talk about the Dracula dream that I had. Which again, it's like barely a Dracula dream. Wait. Okay, white damage, that's fine. Yeah, I say Dracula dream, but he's like barely a part of it. He's more the vibe, I guess. is what I can say. I mean, everyone's pretty highly leveled. At this point, everyone's pretty good. Anyway, let me pull that up. This one's significantly longer, but it's a lot of description. It's a lot of me trying to like describe what I was seeing, because it was very strange. So, apparently I dated this as 3/29, so yesterday. This is probably from the first time I woke up, actually. I think I might go back to sleep after this. But, the tagline I wrote for it is, started by reading Dracula, ended in overstimulating horror hell. So, I guess that's what we're in for. Shoot, clip off. Hello. So, what the heck was happening? Cold sweat nightmares. Honestly, that was probably what was happening. It got very strange, which I think was why I wrote it down, because it was very weird. And before I forget, let me try to get these guys into the hallways. They must go to hallways. So I believe how this started was that, like, my viewpoint was like, I guess a suburban street area. And I was driving a car to this street. And I say but usually when I'm like in a dream and it's like my perspective, usually it's like not me, it's like some other character or whatever, so I'll just say whoever I was playing as. Was driving, and you ended up at Dracula's house. And I think the reason why I wrote down start by reading Dracula is because it was like that weird dream thing that I don't know if anyone else experiences this. It probably does, that's why I'm saying it, but it's like when your mind tells you that like something is happening like in the dream, but like you're experiencing something else. If that makes sense. So like when the dream's starting, I was like, okay, I'm gonna read Dracula, and in my mind, this driving to Dracula's house, that was what I was reading. That was the book, I guess. So that's the scenario. That's what was happening. It makes sense. Okay, that's good, because that is hard to try to articulate, because dreams, as we all know, are very weird and strange, and they do weird things. But yeah, so I wrote down the person I was playing as ended up at his house, which his house is. People, stop driving your cars. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Dude, I don't know why it's so loud today. It's extremely bad. It's probably worse because I don't have my noise canceling headphones on. I just have my regular good audio headphones on. But yeah, so I ended up at Dracula's house. It was hesitant, but I was invited in, as you know, like the Dracula, the vampire lore or whatever. And I at this point I was still under the assumption this was like what I was reading. So his veins and his lips were described as purple and veiny. I don't know what that's supposed to look like, but that's what that's what it was, I guess. He was just like it was a vampire, just Dracula. He just looked like a weird dude. Very, like, pale, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so I was at his house. It's like a standard suburban house. There is like, living room, a small kitchen. I'm gonna try to describe it just because it does become relevant. There's like tall windows that lead out to like a porch with like a backyard and trees and stuff, and to the left of the entrance there's the hallway to the master bedroom, and to the right there's like the dining room, and then a door that I don't know where that goes because I never went through it. But that was the house. And two middle-aged white women show up later in a white van. They were the remaining guests. So I think at some point Dracula told me, it was like, yeah, we're waiting on the remaining guests. I think that's why I wrote it like that. So there was that. And so they show up, they're like, they're like blonde. Did I say they were blonde? I think they were like both blonde or whatever. They're like, had short bobs and stuff. I think that's what was happening. So there was that. And then we have Dracula tried to slice the finger of someone, but it didn't go that way, and instead it was a series of events that ended in his own red painted nail getting chopped with a paring knife. He was upset. Yeah, I think we were like in the kitchen at that point. Yeah, I don't know, we were like all together in the kitchen, something. You'd be upset too. Yeah, I mean, I'd also be upset, especially if they're painted nails. It's like, dang, you put work into that. That's unfortunate. Okay. So then we have, at this point, it turns out that Dracula wants us to house sit for him. He has a series of tasks we must do. He leaves and we are alone. At some point, the women become teenagers, one male and one female. Yeah, so they're not white women anymore. They're not white middle-aged. They're just teens, I guess. I don't know. It's a dream. Zoo flesh. I'm describing a weird dream I'm having right now. I'm sorry, this is confusing. Also trying to drink water so I don't die. Okay. That's okay. That's good. Alright, so everything starts out kind of normal. There's a living room. Oh, yeah. Windows out to the porch and backyard. Small yellow kitchen, dining room, hallway to master bedroom, and door to somewhere that's not defined. Oh yeah, there's also a door like in the kitchen. I also don't know where that went, but there is also a door there. There was that, okay. So I have written, things start getting kind of spooky as evening begins to fall. Occasionally, things pop up shrouded in darkness, but you could be mistaking them for something else. So I don't even know if anything was happening at this point. I think it was mostly just like weird shadow figures with like white eyes, like Herobrine or something. I don't know. But it was like at the corner of like my eye when I was in the dream, so I was like, huh. But like the vibe I felt was spooky. That's why I put it down. Your brain's so hot. Exactly. I'm so glad you get it. Except in the dream, the shadow figures were not hot. They were, spooky, I guess. Oh, funeral. Oh, never mind, they're good. Dang, Angel is cracked. Okay. What else do I have? Oh yeah. We ordered pizza and it arrives in 2 boxes. They go into the kitchen. One box was a large pizza and one was a medium pizza. Why? I don't know. It's a dream. Rain starts to fall and the sky gets darker. Things get spookier. The boy teenager points out that the lurker in the window, which is a dark figure with the white eyes, but I can't see it yet. So yeah, apparently there's like a figure like outside the window, like on the porch. And I think I knew what it looked like, but I didn't actually see it. It was weird. I don't know. I don't I don't know. But yeah, it was called the Lurker. So, a Twitch reference, I guess. The house gets darker. I guess we didn't turn on the lights, so it gets darker. There are shadows growing, figures inside peering, all with white eyes. They do not touch us, but are very spooky. So yeah, basically, I remember specifically there was like this really long, like, shadow figure, like, something like in Don't Starve, I guess, that was like out in the middle of like the room. That had to like walk around, it was just like staring. I don't know, that was what was going on. The black and white cat is in a harness and holding a leash at the front door. The boy teenager says he's going to walk her, referring to Dracula's list of things to do. It is evening at this point, I think. There are 2 dogs, as well, so I ask if he could take one of them too. I am upset that he's leaving now when things are getting spooky. He asks what day it is since there's a blank day, which is like a day he's not supposed to take the dogs out to a walk, I think. And these cars, man. It's a Monday, so he doesn't have to walk the dogs, which I'm upset about because, you know, I'm left with 2 dogs now and he's gone with the cat. He's walking the cat. That's what's happening. Me and the other girl teenager began eating the pizza. I am intimidated by the shadow figures. Oh, we have indigo noon apparently. That's alright. And at once, a thunderstorm begins, and the house intervals between being cast in blue and darkness that need to be kept illuminated. There are things everywhere and loud. I am screaming constantly, and the girl teen is also screaming constantly. No matter where we go, there is something happening, and we need to take care of a specific way according to Dracula's instructions. There are different categories of events, and we need to encounter the different ones with certain words. So, you know, maybe this is a Lobotomy Corporation dream, because, you know, it's the same way. It's the same thing, really. Shadow figures want pizza too? They really do. That's what they were there for all along, especially because, apparently, sometimes the pizza slices would fly from the boxes, and they would stretch. The cheese would stretch out, and it would like leer over us. And in order to like get it to stop, because you know it would be bad for it to be like leering in the air, we had to like say it's too big, and then it would go back into the box. Yeah, this was the sensory overload stuff I was talking about, because it's just hard to explain, but like basically like you would, I think I had like turn like the burner of the stove on to like try to keep some light, because the light would just diminish and then you couldn't see anything. There'd be like lightning and thunder all the time. I would like go to the master bedroom and there was like something in front of the bed like eating something, like a body or something. It was really weird. But basically I would just like be like running around and like screaming at everything, because like there's a bunch of like screamers, I guess. It was like a horror haunted house at this point. That's the best way I can describe it. I don't know. Dark laughing could be heard very often and lightning would flash. When it was dark, keeping the oven burner lit would allow you to extend light from it for a short time, and it would slowly diminish. Yeah, so you just had to like keep the light on so that the shadow monsters didn't get you, I think. I can't even see the figure outside the boy he talked about because there's too much going on. Eventually I get used to the chaos and try to figure out the right counters. The boy teen is back and we decide to start eating the pizza, finally. I am brave enough to enter the kitchen, giving them very big frying pans as plates, and each a slice of pizza while trying to counter all the events. They eat in the dining room, but on stools off to the side of it. And then we're all bored because everyone's used to everything now. We're not screaming anymore. We're just kind of like, dang, this kind of sucks. This Dracula guy kind of sucks. And that's where I ended off. That was the dream. Again, very hard to describe. I don't think I did it justice, but you know, you could never do those kinds of dreams justice. All my homies hate Dracula, exactly. Like again, he was barely even in it. He was being Dracula for like a second, and then he was like, you know what, screw you, you can house sit for me. Now you have to like try to keep all these guys at bay, like the Lobotomy Corporation. But yeah, I think the reason it started out being related to Dracula is because like right before I fell asleep, I was downloading a bunch of like classic books from like I think Project Gutenberg. I was trying to get those around so I could read them, and Dracula was one of them. That's the connection. But yeah, very interesting. I think with this and the writing I did on my last writing class, at this point, Lobotomy Corporation has infested my mind. It's all lobotomized now. There is only Lobotomy Corporation in there. Download more stuff from there too. Yeah. They have like a lot of stuff. They have like, different editions as well. Like I know they have like a complete Shakespeare collection, but they also have like the separate ones as well. Like it's like just Hamlet basically. So I like that if you don't want like a really long ebook. Salmon Runner is a Mary Shelley Frankenstein enjoyer. That is indeed based. That is actually one of the few classic books that I have read. I've read that before, and that was very good. I enjoyed that. I should reread it. I think I downloaded it along with the ones I was downloading, so I should reread it when I have the chance. But anyway, hello, Sam Runner. Hope you're doing good. And I don't think I ever said that to NinjaBot, so I hope you're also doing good, NinjaBot, and thank you for the water. But yeah, there's like, I think the entire Shakespeare collection, it's like 2,000 pages or something crazy like that. But it has like all the sonnets and all that, so that's cool if you're into that. Thanks, I am doing alright. And you know what, I did eat good, so was it really autocorrect? Who can tell at this point? This is new. Where are the sweepers? I don't, interested that this is set to the control team when they're like all the way up there. Very interesting. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. I've just been rambling about many things today. Okay, nothing to use these Aleph guys on. Very sad. Looks like they're all kind of running around a little bit. Yeah. What the heck is Acacia doing? Very, interesting. Oh, these guys are the only ones left. They got it. Good job, Mary. Save the city. I love that she wrote Frankenstein because she didn't want to hang out with Lord Brion in the same room. Is that the... that sounds familiar. Yeah, I think I've heard that like years ago. But yeah, she really... Mary Shelley really was a girl boss. Just straight up writing one of first, like, what, like gothic novels. Very cool. I do want to reread that, like I just said. Just wanted to do anything but talk about, so you just create a whole new genre. Honestly, relatable. The things your mind will do when you really don't want to do something is truly interesting and incredible. That was in the 1700s? Ooh, maybe it was 1800s. Oh yeah, early 1800s, 1818. They were also all stuck inside because of the 1815 Mount Tambora eruption, making their weather crappy. Oh, that is lore I know I have not heard before. That is very good. Yeah, that's also a good catalyst. You can't do anything. Can't go outside, touch grass. That is one thing I kind of wish I had, is less cars, more classes about like classic literature, because I really did not have a lot of those. I mean, I talk about like the George Eliot books I read, but yeah, not a whole lot of other stuff. I mean, I gotta get ready for bed. No problem, enjoy the lurk. Oh yeah, it's pretty late right now. Well, it's good that, yeah, it's Sunday. You should be going to bed earlier, or early in general. Because tomorrow's Monday, and Monday is for things being done sometimes. But yeah, good luck with that. I was drinking more water to prepare myself. So I know there's gonna be a lot of dialogue now because I've not done day 44 yet. So I know there's gonna be more Angela and there's gonna be more Binah. So that's cool. Sarah Renner will not be ready for bed, but I might fall asleep anyway. Busy weekend, yeah. No problem. Weekends do be busy. I did a lot of stuff yesterday, even though I was sleeping for a lot of it. Never mind dialogue. Oh yeah, we're gonna get some dialogue. Oh, I didn't even choose an abnormality. The time is upon you. That's not a line I want to read. You mean, after 120 plus hours, the time is upon me? It's time to complete the final piece of the puzzle you've been missing. May you have the best of luck on the last leg of your journey. Saying something like, I hope you will finally be happy, or that some of the leftover pain can be relieved now, have long become empty words. There are several more things I'd like to say, but let me sum them up into one sentence. I wish you success this time. I enjoyed being with you for not only these 45 days, but also the moments you don't remember. Well, there is just one last survivor you need to meet. Wait, is it... I haven't met someone yet? He holds in his hands a warmth that looks so comforting, and he can shatter people's hearts like they're nothing. You told me to sacrifice all your body, without hesitation. Would you have made the same choice if you knew that you would end up like this? I always ask myself that. This is no man's land, the place of silence. Most employees I visit and stay here lose their mind and embrace oblivion. It has been a long while since I had a proper conversation with someone. Maybe you were confused with the idea that I'm the only resident here. But there is in fact a companion of mine that passes the eternity with me. Let me introduce her to you. You created the bucket by reconstructing, dividing, and proliferating Carmen's body. And it managed to extract Kagito, the so-called fluid of life and death. At first, only a small dose could be extracted, but enigmatically that fluid started to gush out infinitely, and now has formed a pool. Can you see her? What? She's watching us from underneath the spring. When everything becomes too burdening, I quietly stare into the bottom. I feel as if she and I were the only two in the world when I do so. Sometimes it feels like she's talking to me. Even though all that's left of her is just an amalgamation of flesh, brain, neurons, and unknown tentacles. Don't say that! Drifting beneath the spring. Binah, come on. God. Someone injected herself with cogito following her own principles, and someone else went mad for witnessing what happened. Another gave up his own body and fell into a state of limbo, unable to live or die. And the one that couldn't preserve herself through all this ended up confessing everything to the head. This is the collaboration of despair that you and her created. You still aren't qualified to look toward the bottom of the spring. To do so, you must look directly towards the path you travel. Do you seek redemption? Or do you seek to redeem me along with all the others that are trapped here? Whatever it is, maybe you think that saving this facility from sin, as you have planned, will fix everything for you. Just think for a moment. Even you, who hasn't left this facility for such a long time. You should be aware that people are hopefully being killed. Oh, sorry. Hopelessly being killed by abnormalities in other branches even as we speak. And it's not just them. All the wings have their own painful stories, repeating perpetually. In the nests, in the backstreets, in the ruins, in the outskirts. A pain much greater than what you have seen here prevails in the world. I have observed everything oh my god, I can't pronounce this. Conscientiously. For I didn't obsess myself with an unreachable ideal to lock myself up in a cramped room like you. The world you looked up at and the one I looked down upon are that much different. You captured me alive and tortured me to your heart's content, but still were sunken in despair. Someone will replace me as one of the arbiters of the head, swinging their claws at people like you. Even if you were to break the cycle somehow, it would be a perfectly, completely useless affair. Broken wings will outstretch new. The brief resistance will be forgotten soon, and people will continue living, not for a purpose nor a dream, but rather simply because they cannot die. You may think that you have brought me down. Yet as you can see, I'm still at the peak, looking down upon you a lot, while you writhe like insects. I eagerly wait for the moment you fall into despair after realizing that this cycle of pain will never end. I want to see you kneel before the might of destiny, resigning yourself to fate. Go on slowly, despair and succumb to your fate. Try to resist to the very end, and ultimately break yourself. As the last bits of your resistance melt away, you shall be the subterranean water that quietly flows underneath the earth. She was mortally wounded by Kali, but she was our only way out. It was a miracle that we captured her alive. We were too far down the road filled with remorse and regret to feel any sort of guilt. Over her head. Yeah. How to avoid the head's pursuit, the means to join the ranks of the wings, and the way for us, the few, to survive. It was impossible to figure those out on our own. She was hardly breathing, but her encephalon was still alive? Active. That was all we needed. We probed through her head like we did to Carmen. We searched for the way out. After that, we arduously gathered up every single bit of those to form pieces. The sentinel who guards the gates of hell must always be in despair. Such despair that they cannot even fall into the depths of hell. Architecture. Oh yeah, I saw this one time. Hi Hakma. Okay, so we can do. Okay, so really only was 2 more missions for Binah. So now we can do the meltdown, which is either gonna be worse or not as bad as Hakma's. Apparently there's mixed opinions. Um uh, I do know that day 46 should be my next repo. So if I do the suppression, it would probably be good if I did it good and I didn't lose a bunch of people like I did with Hakma. Okay, take a picture. This. Here we go. What is this? Oh. Neutralize Binah's core and Arbiter awakens. So, this is gonna be like Gabura, I think. Because this is like the same writing, I believe. Okay, so if it's like Gabura, it's probably gonna be like kind of the same boss fight deal. Which means that we don't have to do it midnight. But we do have to, you know, do the boss, which Gabura's wasn't that bad because you had to like kind of seek her out, at least until like the last couple of health bars. So let me check it out. Let's see what we're up against, and then I'll decide if I want to repo. Because what I don't want to have happen is I get through a run and it's like okay, I guess, but like I still lose a bunch of Aleph gear, and then I end up having to do like day 46, and then it ends up being like another boss fight or something, because again, I don't know what's gonna happen on day 46 through day 50. Like that's completely new to me. And I don't want to be like in a bad position for that. So let's do this. Let's just check it out. Let's see what's going on. Oh. The music is the same. There's no quota. There's no time. Okay. Oh, Bonk, what are you doing here? This is like the only time this music gonna be like really ominous because I know something's gonna happen. But there's just nothing. Free play mode. Yeah, that's what Binah is all along. You've unlocked free play. Um, I'm very scared. Oh. Can I only... Ooh, that's something. So you can only work on things that are in the same department. You can't tell guys where to go, that's good, but... I guess if there's no meltdowns, then we shouldn't need to worry about these guys. It also means we can't access Il Penado del Luna, which is unfortunate because this would be a good thing to have access to. But, okay. Interesting. Oh, actually, just kidding. They're walking in between the hallways. They just have free range. Weird. Usually they don't leave. Oh, you know, Angel, can you go here? Can, okay, so they can go move in between departments, you just can't do like a work assigned to it. Okay. Well, good thing is that Judgment Bird can't be suppressed. Orchestra can be worked on. So, that's fine. Maybe. Okay, well, I guess we'll send someone to work. Wait, hold on. Why are you only at 1? Should be at 2. What the heck? I don't know if that's a feature. I don't know. Oh, I can't cancel work. What is that like? That's like, who is that like? I forgot. Malkuth, I think? Didn't let you reassign the work? I think that was Malkuth. How about with the cool clock? The clock is no longer a threat, I will say that. Yeah, there's nothing going on, there's no quota to reach, so I'm not sure what to do other than send guys to work. Yeah, the clock's fine. We did it. We did we finished defeating the clock. Maybe that's why there's nothing here, because Hawk was like, nah, you're on your own. Screw you. Hawk wants nothing to do with any of this bullshit. I I don't know why Helper and Funeral only had one clip-off, because they're supposed to have two clip-off. Yeah, so I don't know what happened there. That's interesting. It's like a creepypasta now. Things aren't working as they should. Speaking of creepypastas, there is a slightly low-key ARG thing that's been going on for a bit. And it's like Animal Crossing Wild World soundtrack OSTs. And I like it mostly because the style of videos, it's like old kind of YouTube style. But it also, like, some of the videos have like edited images, and that like really reminds me of like the old like playground rumors stuff that you'd find like on the like internet. Like it reminds me of kind of like the second floor marquee image from like City Folk. Like that was a rumor for a while. So those edits kind of remind me of stuff like that. That's why I think it's cool. What is happening? Is there like an invisible quota I can't see? I do not know. I mean, work? What? What do you mean clip-off meltdown? I don't see any clip-off meltdowns. What? What? What do you mean? What? I'm very confused. Also, I don't think you guys can hear this, which is good, but to add insult to the car going on outside injury, my next door neighbors are being very loud. I think they play like video games or something sometimes, and they are very enthusiastic about them. And they yell a lot, and that's not very fun for me. But I don't think that gets picked up at the mic, so that's good. I don't... Okay. Okay, I don't know what the deal with the meltdowns is. Just gonna assume everything's fine. This is very unnerving. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. What do you want from me, Binah? What do you want? I guess we'll train some guy. Oh, just kidding, we can't train. Yeah. This is weird. I mean, I'm supposed to suppress Binah, but she hasn't showed up yet. So, maybe she's taking a day off. Or something. I don't want to send too many people in at once just in case something happens. Like all of a sudden. Like maybe like Binah will just show up and she'll be like, haha, you guys suck. She'll be like Dracula. She'll have like a task, like a list of like tasks we need to do. Gotta house sit for her. Oh, our ordeal's gonna happen. Don't know. Do not know. Like, okay, here's the deal, guys. I cannot understate how annoying my next door neighbors are when they're playing their games. Like, they just yell so much and it's very loud and they have no regard for how loud they're being. Why the heck are these guys all the way down there? What? Wait. Got out. Oh, oh yeah, because there's no notification. Oh my god, you know what else? There's no dialogue box. So you can't tell. You can't tell what's happening. There's no notifications, just normal first like suppressions, but you also can't tell if anything gets out or if anybody dies. But hopefully that won't be an issue. Devona. Yeah, I guess they just decided what always they want to be in the beginning of the game, which is weird. Why are you doing that? Very sussy of you. Yeah, the other thing my neighbors will do is also play very loud music. And you can like hear it like out in the hallway. That's how you know it's actually loud and it's not just me. But yeah, very fun. Okay, I guess everybody in the hallways at the very least. I'm thinking that there is like an invisible meter that I need to be like keeping track of. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. Chat, what the heck? Oh, why are these things here? Heck. That's not normal. Just kidding. Oh, that's not good. Oh god. So that's a bit of a problem. That's just a dusk that we got. But yeah, I guess, so it looks like we could get like any random number of ordeal, any random ordeal, and yeah, so we can get any like random ordeals and we don't see the quota, we don't see the thing. Oh. Okay. Well, we're still supposed to suppress Binah, so that, like, the music isn't even on, like, clip off too, so I don't know what the heck is going on with that. I know we did lose some people. Let me figure out who the heck I lost. Maybe I didn't. No, I lost Leo Jean. Oh, I lost half of info team. And oh god, Hunter. Yeah, okay, so that's a problem. Okay, so I guess there's that going on. Oh, and there's no bullets as well. That's the other thing. So we can't use any of the bullets to like shield or slow down these guys at all. Which is interesting. Oh shoot, these guys are still here, what the heck? Yeah, so I don't really want to deal with the food chain right now, so let's just let's just let's just call it here for the day. I'll I'll memory post so that way the next time I just have to deal with like one regular day and then we can do the suppression probably. And that way I won't go over to like day 46 and risk losing a bunch of people. But yeah, no piano friend unfortunately. But I guess this is two extra wall things I can put on people, so I might assign that next time. That was one issue I was running into is because don't have a lot of walls this run, and I lost a lot of wall gear last time, I think. So there's like just not a lot of wall protection, even though I do have more A-lift stuff now. So that's a bit of a problem. Oh shoot, I forgot that on my memory on my so I'll just have to redo the gear anyway, it looks like, but that's fine, I'll do that off stream. So I guess today really was just the Binah missions, as the title is not lying about. Um, so yeah, I think these days are special days. I just have one more Binah dialogue, which is going to be after the suppression. So I'll try doing that next time. I'll figure that out. Might take a couple hours, but I'll do that. Then I guess I'll do the remaining days and figure out what the heck ending that corresponds to. But yeah, that's all for today. Thanks for watching my Yap stream. Oh yeah, I'm like just under 120 hours for this. Very fun. Um, okay. So that is it for me today. I don't have a lot of streams planned this week because I'm not literally not gonna be able to like stream anything for a few days. Um, but I am gonna play repo, whatever, with people on Wednesday morning, and then maybe I'll play Splatoon Wednesday evening because I know that the Nintendo Direct is gonna happen um that day, and I might want to talk about it. Depends on what happens during that stream. But I don't know. I'll see how I'm feeling. But next week, um, more lobotomy, and then also I'll start the Rain World campaign that I was going to do this weekend, but then I ended up feeling like garbage, so I could not. Um, thanks for Yap. Thank you for listening to Yap. I yapped about a lot of things. Oh my god, Minecraft trailer. Yeah, that's also gonna happen this week. That's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. But yeah, so it looks like Beth is streaming Elden Ring. That's a little bit in the same vein as the Lobotomy Corporation. And Beth is cool, so we can go and raid her. I mean, it's kind of spooky, a little bit. It's dark, and that's just like the Dracula dream I had. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you Wednesday at the very least. Wednesday morning, probably 11 a.m. Eastern. And I definitely won't miss that because that's a collab and I can't miss that. So definitely gonna be there. Uh, but yeah, that's it. Drink water, have food, have a good rest of your Sundays and all that. And yeah, bye bye.